Welcome back to MORTEM. This channel is where we break down real crime cases with structure, clarity, and depth. Not gossip, not noise, just facts and analysis. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and allows us to continue bringing you detailed crime breakdowns like this one. Tonight's case is one that shook Hollywood to its core. Let's begin. Brentwood is the kind of neighborhood where silence feels expensive. Tall hedges, long driveways, security gates, neighbors who mind their business. Inside one of those gated homes lived Rob Reiner, 78 years old. Legendary director, actor, cultural icon. His filmography shaped American cinema for decades. Beside him lived his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, 70, producer, photographer, creative collaborator. To the public, they were stability in an unstable industry. To Hollywood, they were royalty. To someone inside that home, they would become victims. December 14, 2024. It didn't begin with screaming. It began with inconvenience. A massage therapist arrived for a scheduled appointment. No answer at the door. Calls unanswered. The house felt wrong. That small moment of discomfort would trigger a chain reaction. Their daughter, Romy, drove to the property. She entered, and she found them. Both Rob and Michele were dead inside their Brentwood home. The LA County Medical Examiner would later rule the cause of death as multiple sharp force injuries, stab wounds. There was no ambiguity. This was homicide. The illusion of Hollywood safety evaporated in seconds. Just hours later, 9:15 p.m., Exposition Park, near USC, 14 miles from the crime scene. Police arrested Nick Reiner, 32 years old, screenwriter. He did not resist arrest. No chase, no barricade, no gunfire, just compliance. And that detail matters. Because when suspects flee violently, it tells one story. When they surrender quietly, it tells another. The night before the bodies were discovered, December 13th, Rob and Nick attended a party hosted by Conan O'Brien. Witnesses described a loud and brief argument between father and son. Rob reportedly told Nick his behavior was inappropriate. That word inappropriate is vague. Inappropriate how? Substance use, embarrassment, financial tension, personal relapse. Authorities have not released an official motive, but timing has gravity. Argument. Less than 24 hours later, death. On December 17th, the medical examiner confirmed the official cause. Multiple sharp force injuries. Multiple wounds indicate intensity, proximity, repetition. Stabbing is deeply personal. It requires closeness, force, physical engagement. It is not distant like a firearm. It is intimate. The bodies were cleared for funeral arrangements. Hollywood began mourning publicly. Flowers appeared on Rob Reiner's Walk of Fame star. Quotes from Stand By Me and The Princess Bride were taped beside candles. The industry grieved. The family fractured. December 16th, District Attorney Nathan Hochman filed 2 counts of first-degree murder, special circumstance, multiple murders, special allegation, use of a deadly weapon, knife. These special circumstances elevate the stakes. Nick Reiner became eligible for life without parole or the death penalty. But Hochman stated no decision had yet been made regarding capital punishment. That uncertainty fueled public debate instantly. December 17th, Nick appeared in Los Angeles Superior Court, behind protective glass, wearing a blue padded suicide prevention smock. That detail changed public perception instantly. A smock signals monitoring, psychological evaluation, risk. He did not enter a plea. Arraignment postponed to January 7, 2026. His attorney, Alan Jackson, known for representing high-profile defendants, The defense team described the issues in the case as very complex. Complex how? Mental health, forensics, timeline disputes. We do not yet know. December 18th. Surveillance footage emerged. Nick at a gas station. Black, green, and white windbreaker. Red backpack. He did not appear frantic. He did not appear injured. He appeared distant. Body language experts online debated. Was it shock? Was it dissociation? Was it calm calculation? Without official psychological reports, speculation is noise. But the imagery became iconic overnight. The night their bodies were discovered, Rob and Michele reportedly had dinner plans with former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama later described the news as shocking. The symbolism hit hard. Two individuals planning dinner with former heads of state, dead before the evening ended. It underscored something uncomfortable. Fame does not insulate you from violence. Online discourse escalated when Donald Trump made comments implying the killings were connected to Rob Reiner's political opposition. Backlash was immediate. Critics from across the political spectrum condemned politicizing a family tragedy. Meanwhile, LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell described the case as heartbreaking and deeply personal for the city. The investigation was handled by the Robbery Homicide Division, elite detectives who work the most sensitive cases. In 2015, Rob directed and Nick co-wrote Being Charlie, a semi-autobiographical film about addiction and recovery. At the time, it was framed as healing, a father helping his son process trauma. Now, online communities debate whether it was documentation or warning. Reddit threads call it the tragedy of Charlie. Was recovery real? Or was relapse cyclical? We don't know. And that uncertainty makes the case heavier. Despite the media intensity, critical questions remain unanswered. Exact timeline inside the house. Forensic details beyond stab wounds. Confirmed motive. Toxicology reports. Whether insanity defense will be pursued. Whether the DA will seek death penalty. Nick Reiner is currently being held without bail at Twin Towers Correctional Facility. The next major legal milestone. January 7, 2026. Until then, the case sits in tension. M.O.R.T.E.M breakdown ranking. Motive. No confirmed motive released, but history of addiction struggles, recent public argument, and proximity suggest possible escalation from unresolved family conflict. Out of 10. Opportunity. Living on family property with direct access to victims and residents created maximum access and minimal barriers. 10 out of 10. Psychological volatility. Public addiction history, suicide prevention smoke appearance, and abrupt arrest context suggest acute instability or severe emotional collapse. 9 out of 10. Crime brutality. Multiple sharp force injuries to 2 victims indicate sustained physical aggression and emotional intensity. 9 out of 10. Case complexity. High-profile victims, elite legal defense, political controversy, and special circumstance charges create significant prosecutorial and public pressure. 9 out of 10. Thank you for spending your time with M.O.R.T.E.M tonight. This case reminds us that tragedy does not discriminate. Not by fame, not by wealth, not by legacy. If you found this breakdown valuable, please like the video, share it with someone who follows true crime. Stay aware, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next M.O.R.T.E.M.